Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat activist complaining about fat phobia at the doctor's office. Again. This will be video number 1452 in the series Fat Activist Schooling Doctors. We're also going to be taking a look at a few bonus clips, including one where somebody says, "I don't mind being called a whale, whales are dope," and another one talking about the affirmations that you need to use to lose weight. Diet and exercise be damned, now we're using affirmations to lose weight. Did you know that I have a channel where I react to things that are not related to fat acceptance? It's called Cynical Reacts. I recently released a video on that channel where an alpha male is giving the worst dating advice ever. Here's a link. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
A doctor or a healthcare provider tell you that you need to lose weight before.
So go watch the OP's full video because yes, I do agree that fat people shouldn't let fat stigma stop them from getting care.
Okay, so we do need to argue with our doctors when they tell us to lose weight.
But I also have a gripe with this because it shouldn't be on us to fight that good fight whenever we need any sort of medical care.
It shouldn't be on us.
It's exhausting. I'm still currently dealing with the PTSD of having to go through surgery without pain medication or sedation. And
what? Why did they give you surgery without pain medication or sedation? What are you talking about?
And even thinking about it makes me go insane.
Okay, well, I hope that didn't happen to you because that would be completely awful. You didn't have anesthesia awareness, did you? Or are you saying that, like, since I'm overweight, they performed surgery on me without anesthesia? I don't think that's a thing that they do, right? I hope not.
And the amount of times where I haven't treated something because I'm treated like I'm a feral animal who was just,
oh my God,
like willing to eat myself to death is like insane.
Okay, that's some interesting choice of words that you chose there. You said they treat you like a feral animal who is willing to eat herself to death? Is that how you feel about yourself? Do you consider yourself a feral animal who's willing to eat herself to death? Not trying to be mean or whatever, it's just that the language that you used to describe that was very telling. That was your language. Nobody called you a feral animal that's willing to eat herself to death. It sounds like you need therapy, not to be complaining on TikTok about doctors' offices.
And it should really happen with doctors calling out other doctors for their bullshit. It shouldn't have to come to the patients having to literally go to war every time we need any sort of medical care. And
okay, she's referring to like when you go to the doctor and you say, "My elbow hurts," and they're like, "Lose weight." I'm going to have to disagree with her here. If the doctor constantly brings up your weight or your smoking or your drug use or whatever, it's because there's a legitimate concern there. It's not just because they're being jerks, man. It's for your health. You know how obesity is a deadly disease that kills more than 300,000 people per year, more than every other illicit substance combined, including alcohol.
I literally had a conversation with a friend of a friend who's in medical school, and they're just saying how, like, it's textbooks, it's professors,
That must be what they mean when they say it's systemic. They're like, it's right there in the textbook that being obese is bad for you. The whole system is against us, look!
It's being in clinical rounds, that fat phobia is like fully instilled into every aspect of the medical industry.
I wouldn't call it fat phobia to acknowledge the negative health ramifications of obesity.
Why are we as patients supposed to go in there and battle it out every time? I just don't understand.
You don't have to battle it out every time. You should take the advice of your doctor. That's why you went to the doctor. Typically, we don't go to the doctor to battle it out. We go there for his advice on matters related to health, and then we take his advice. In fact, that's why we went to him or her. We don't typically pick and choose what we want to listen to from the doctor, right? You're like, all right, doc, I will stop having a beer for breakfast, but I will not stop smoking crack. That's where I draw the line.
Like, yes, we should try our best to get the best treatment, but at the same time, it is a poison within the medical industry.
Well, I mean, if you're constantly at the doctor's office, that should be some kind of red flag to begin with.
Until you guys can fix the issue from within.
That's ironic. That's so freaking ironic. You're telling them that they need to fix the issue within because they complain to you about your obesity every time you go to them for medical advice. Obese person tells doctors that they need to fix the issue from within. My God. Mwah. This is real life.
We're gonna keep dying. Okay,
well, I wouldn't recommend that. Stop dying, man. I would recommend we try to eat properly and exercise so we don't go dying and we don't have to go to the doctor every 10 minutes.
No, I'm gonna die because medical professionals refuse to look at me as human.
Well, ideally, we don't need constant access to doctors to stay alive, ideally. So if you don't go to the doctor constantly, you will die, according to you. And it's the doctor's fault.
And unfortunately, I'm going to see friends die because of it too. So it shouldn't just be on us. It should be on you too.
Okay, so I guess she was trying to say that she's sick of arguing every time she goes to the doctor. It shouldn't just be on me to try to get the appropriate type of care from the doctor. It should be on the doctor too, I guess is what she was saying. The doctor should argue with the doctor's self about their recommendations for you to lose weight, I guess. I don't know, honestly. If you constantly need to go to the doctor, otherwise you will perish, perhaps it's time to make some adjustments to your lifestyle. But I disagree with all that. I don't think it's any sort of fat phobia for the doctor to tell you to lose weight, especially since all the ailments you keep showing up here for are related to it. Next.
What am I hearing here at Columbia University's medical conference on obesity is that obesity is 40 to 60% controlled by genes or genetics.
40 to 60%. That's quite a range. Very scientific.
So a big part of it is not within our control.
Oh, well, good enough for me. I believe that.
Environment plays a big role, and that there's no flaw if you happen to be a larger size person.
They taught you this at Columbia University, talking about flaws and all this emotional crap. Like, it's not your fault. Like, what? Why are we lying and making curriculum based around emotions at a university?
That is not a flaw or a problem. 40 to 60% of the obesity that is around us is due to genetics or genes.
Good enough for me. They taught you this at a university? Oh my God. That's weird because there's no genetically obese person in one of those countries that doesn't have access to food, so.
Dr. Noha Polak, Progressive Pediatrics.
That is a pretty progressive idea. All right, so she works for Progressive Pediatrics, which that is a very progressive idea. The idea that obesity just comes from the air. It's genetic. So I could just sit here and be morbidly obese without eating ever again. Like I said, this phenomenon does not exist in countries where people do not have access to copious amounts of food. It's weird. The genetic component to obesity only kicks in after you eat an entire box of Krispy Kreme donuts. That's what activates the genetic code. I like that one girl in the belly dancing video. It was in my genetic code. My genetic code. Next.
Everything that we learned about weight is wrong.
It is good enough for me. Some lady in glasses said it was so. I guess it is. Gonna get extra cynical today. What's up?
What if we, the medical community, are creating shame and stigma?
The word shame has no place in the medical field or in a doctor's office. Period.
Destroying our doctor-patient relationship and preventing our patients from being well. Weight stigma, specifically anti-fat bias, is everywhere in our culture, but certainly within the medical community. And
what? Obesity is a medical condition that is bad for you, madam. If you work in the medical field, I would think that you would know this.
it is really harming our patients.
Not as much as the obesity is. Just out of curiosity, how many people are dying per year from weight stigma? Is it more than 300,000? Because that's the amount of people dying from obesity per year.
On April 27th, along with two amazing colleagues, we're hosting a workshop, a virtual summit called Disrupting Weight Bias in Healthcare.
Did you say it was a virtual summit?
Virtual summit called Disrupting Weight Bias in Healthcare. We would love for you to join us and help unlearn some of the really harmful behaviors that we have.
I've never heard an intelligent person use the phrase unlearn. Just putting that out there.
And learn how to navigate the very complex waters of screening for eating disorders, not shaming our patients.
It can be difficult to deploy our rudder in such waters, especially when the waters are very choppy. You know what I'm saying? Out there in the seas of anti-fat bias, it can be difficult to find a vessel that is seaworthy. Sorry, I'm just getting weird now. What's that on the starboard bow? Fat phobia. Damn it.
What do we do with these new AAP guidelines? And really how understand how we can best help our patients discover their own version of health.
Their own version of health. Okay, so I can show up to you just completely drunk and you won't mention it at all. I can complain about being dizzy and not being able to think straight all the time, and you won't mention my very obvious alcoholism. Thanks. Thanks for doing me a solid. You really spared all my feelings back there. I almost had to deal with my own thoughts and emotions for a moment there. Thank you for correcting that.
And not create more harm for them. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be awesome. If you're a med student, resident, or fellow, directly message me. We'd love to have you there for free.
Are you sure it's going to be awesome? It doesn't sound like it.
So check out.
Okay, so another thin doctor wants to encourage other people to be obese for some freaking reason. Alright, so I disagree with that clip as well. I don't think that everybody needs to have their own version of health. For some people, health looks like eating right and exercising. For other people, health means waking up and having several shots of vodka first thing in the morning and passing out on the couch. Different strokes for different folks. Next.
So in my few short years publicly present on the internet, one of the most common things that I have been referred to as is a whale.
I'm sorry. That wasn't me. I'm not saying I'm sorry because I did that. I'm just saying I'm sorry that happened. Those weren't all me. Only several of those were my alt accounts. No, I'm just kidding.
And I've never taken this as an insult because whales are one of the most majestic, wonderful creatures on this planet.
What? Okay, I'm glad that you're taking this that well, I guess. That's pretty interesting. Dude, look at this fatty. You are a whale. I would be offended, but whales are frickin' dope, son. That's right, you fatty. Oh, you like whales? Oh.
Like, I already knew I was big, so you're just telling me I'm wonderful. Thank you.
I love to just hear what I want to hear as well, so I respect it. Hey, Cynical Dude, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Thanks. I have been working out. What? That's not what I said at all, bro. Yeah, I have been working out quite a bit, and I do look great. You're right. That's a pro move. You can hear whatever you want to hear.
And it turns out that this is a gift that just keeps on giving. Because I was scrolling through the gram, and look what I found. Look at this. Whale fact, most whales don't make New Year's resolutions, probably because they are already perfect.
Well, there you go. There you go. Every time they called you a whale, it was actually a very nice compliment. Thank you very much, sir.
Look at that. So to all my fellow fats who have been internet-appointed whales, New Year, new me? Absolutely not.
Okay. All right, I really like her angle.
Because we are perfect. And I just thought you should know that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to agree with that one. With that particular clip, for once I agree. Whales are perfect, so if somebody calls you a whale by proxy, you are perfect. Next. All right, now we're getting into some weird crap. I love these. Let's go.
Here are some powerful affirmations so that you can tap into that mind-body connection so that your body willingly wants to start losing weight.
Hopefully my body will willingly want to start losing weight.
When it comes to losing weight, nothing is going to beat a healthy diet and exercise, but
What? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
a lot of it has to do with energy and the mind-body connection.
That's what I came here for, not this diet exercise crap. Go on.
So repeat these affirmations. My body knows it's safe to lose weight.
My body knows that it's safe to lose weight.
I am effortlessly losing excess body weight with ease every single day.
I am effortlessly losing excess body weight with ease every single day. I love when people are dumb enough to believe that just saying words out loud will make something come true. They do it at some of those faith healing churches and stuff, like, bones are straightening, your bones are straightening, the sickness is leaving you, the sickness is leaving you. Like, it's just really, really stupid. This is like the bottom of the barrel, low IQ for human beings, where you just repeat words like infinite wealth, infinite strength and intelligence and wealth. You just keep repeating words of things that you want to happen to you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but life is not a Harry Potter movie. Endless wealth, endless health and wealth.
With ease every single day.
So we just wasted 30 seconds repeating these words. That was the 30 seconds that we could have been spending in the gym.
Losing weight is easy for me. I am so grateful for my incredible body.
I am so grateful for my incredible body. Okay.
Every day, I am becoming more lean and more toned.
Can you imagine obese people watching this video and repeating these affirmations to themselves while eating garbage food? I can see it in my head now. I know how people love to delude themselves, and doing this is so much easier than actually doing the hard work of eating right and exercising.
Losing body fat is the easiest path for my body.
What is this?
And so it is.
And so it is, I believe she said at the end there. That takes care of that. All right, so that was a hell of a lot easier than eating right and exercising. Thank you for that. I didn't know it was that simple. Can we do this for money too? My life is ready to accept a buttload of money. Oh, come forth, money. Money. Working hard and developing a business is important, but what's also important are the affirmations. I am ready for money. I am ready to receive the blessings that this universe has to offer. So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Should we battle with our doctors and argue with them about their health recommendations? Is it actually cool as hell to be a whale? And should we throw away diet and exercise and instead use positive affirmations to lose weight? Leave a comment below. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.